Okay, good evening, guys. What we're going to look at today is Wasps versus Newcastle Falcons at the weekend, and how they maintain continuity and go forward in defence. So for the last few weeks, we've been doing defence as well, go forward and continuity in the forward attack. Okay, which has been good, which is the slipstreaming, the offloading, and all that sort of stuff. But what we're going to look at next week at training is continuity and go forward in defence. So the first clip here is about a minute and 30 seconds long. And what it shows is how Wasps are very good in their defensive line speed in the go forward. Okay, so beginning with the clip then, we see Newcastle Falcons having a line out on the Wasps 22. The 22 gives a good reference point and is a gain line for the duration of the play, okay, going through up to 10 phases. So starting off then, good throw by Newcastle Falcons, and they set up the first ball directly off the top. So you can see there, the first phase they get over the gain line by a few for about 5 metres. Then if you focus on the Wasp defence, you can see it's relatively quick to come up. It's not 100 miles an hour, they're not sprinting, but they're going up quick enough to be in the faces of Newcastle Falcons, who are running from pretty deep. So at the third phase, Newcastle Falcons still over the gain line. Okay, but what we see here is as Wasps get faster and faster and coming up in defence, they make it more and more difficult for Newcastle Falcons to get over the gain line. And eventually now in the fourth phase, we now see they're 5 metres behind their own gain line. This then continues through the 6th, 7th, 8th and 9th phase as they go through over the next 30 seconds. So you can see now, even though they broke through, they're still not over the gain line and still struggling to push forward. With great defending, great tackling and great organisation from the Wasps team. And then finally, due to the increased pressure of the go forward of the defence, Newcastle Falcons obviously are forced into pushing the ball hard and wide, and eventually make a mistake here, which is picked up and the ball put forward. So the next video is moving on from go forward and is looking at the continuity of Wasp defence. So we see here from the breakdown, the points wanted to note is that every time there's a breakdown, there's always 2 guards at each one. So here James Haskell picks up the guarding duties at this breakdown. Again, James Haskell comes in, 2 posts every time. And you can see how well formed they are. This is continuity we're looking for in our game. So again, 2 posts come up, tackles are made, and you can see the defence straight away tracks back, realigns, 2 guards go in. Again, still maintaining the go forward, and then in, guards are in, defence is spreading left. Tackle made, guards come in, and again pushing forward, the go forward mentality to get up in their faces straight away. And even here when they had the overlap, again working hard to track back, James Haskell again straight into the guard, that blind side. So even though Newcastle Falcon are making some good ground here, the pressure of the Wasp defence soon tells, and they try and ship the ball out wide and eventually gets taken out of touch. So guys, what we're looking at this week, at Tuesday, we'll be training at Hinckley again, 3G pitch. But what we'll be doing is focusing heavily on the defensive go forward and continuity, and working on that to make ourselves a force we reckon with in defence, not just in the go forward in the attack. Look forward to seeing you Tuesday, guys.